Right then, so welcome to the video. In this evening I'm here at Drayton Manor to finally experience the Wave. So the Wave is a transformation of the park's classic coaster Shockwave. So before it was a stand-up roller coaster, in fact it was the UK's only stand-up roller coaster, but seeing as the park is going in more of a direction of family-friendly thrills, they decided to change it from a stand-up coaster to a sit-down coaster so they can ultimately reduce that height restriction of 1.4 meters to 1.2 meters. So it has got a brand new name, we've got some new effects on there, and of course we have got those sit-down trains now. I can hear it going right now actually. Tonight is the preview night, but it does open tomorrow. So by the time this video goes out, it'll be open. So yeah, head down to Drayton Manor and come and check it out. So let's head on in and ride the Wave. So just heading over to the Wave, which is on the other side of the park. We've just come through the Vikings entrance. So we get an empty Vikings area. Hello, Ryan. So we've got an empty Vikings area. I've never seen it before with nobody in it. I did a full Drayton Manor update video recently on the channel, so I'll link that down in the description below if you haven't checked that out yet. Oh my gosh, squirrel just jumped out of the bin. That actually terrified me. And in that update video I showed you a bit of the new roller coaster that's coming here to Drayton Manor. You can just see it through the trees there. It actually looks very, very fun, and it has got a switch track on there, so it looks like this coaster could go backwards as well. It looks like it's got lots of airtime elements on there. And when I was last here, I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of progress on that station building now, because that was just framework when I was last here. So yeah, it's coming on very, very well. Very excited for this coaster to open later on this year. Okay, so let's head on over to the Wave and check it out. So here we are at the Wave. We've got a little DJ set going off over here. I'm loving this. And it's just going around now, and this is the first time I've actually seen it. Here we go, here it comes. It's going over that second inversion here. Through the billboard. Oh yeah. I love it. I actually really like these trains. Very nice. I'm very excited to get on this coaster. I mean, I really enjoyed Shockwave, but I am very excited to try out the Wave, see how it compares to Shockwave. I'm going to miss that stand-up element because it was very unique, a very unique ride experience, but I'm sure the Wave is going to be just as good. Very excited to get on this coaster. I've got to say, since being taken over by the Looping Group, Drayton Manor is looking so much better. I mean, I never used to come to this park, but it is slowly becoming one of my favourite parks here in the UK. It has done a fantastic job all around the park. I mean, and especially now with the Wave, it looks incredible. Like the colour scheme on the building, it all just looks so fresh. And especially with now they've got the billboard and they got this new entrance out the front. It all looks so good together. And then just around the rest of the park as well. I mean, Vikings, what a fantastic area that is. Got some fantastic rides and great theming as well. This park has come such a long way in just a few years. I absolutely love it. And that's why I got an annual pass for here as well, because I want to come here plenty of times over this next season, especially now they've got the Wave and the brand new family coaster, which is coming a little later on this year. So the Wave is now being advertised as the UK's most thrilling family coaster. As I said at the start of the video, the reason why they have made this now a sit-down coaster is so that they could reduce the height limit from 1.4 meters to 1.2 meters, meaning that younger guests can now ride this roller coaster, which is such a great idea because this park, it is a family park. Okay, so the time has come to ride the UK's most thrilling family coaster. Let's head on to the Wave. I'm excited to see this queue line as well, see what they've done, see how it compares to Shockwave's queue. Got some posters on the walls here. Surf's calling. What we got? Oh, very nice. Got a little surfboard in the corner over here. Lots of posters. Ride the Wave. Lots of posters everywhere. Hang 10 with the Wave. So this soundtrack is much better than the Shockwave soundtrack. I was not a fan of the dance music that they had towards the end of Shockwave's life. And this is a lot better. So many posters. So just a quick look at the station. We've got all the little surfboards up there. More posters around. You know, it's still very, very simple, very similar to how it was with Shockwave, but, you know, does the job. It's nice and colourful, and the soundtrack's great. Love it. It's also worth pointing out that even though this coaster now is sit down, it does have lap bar restraints. And with 4 inversions, you know, still going to make it a very scary ride, even though this is a family coaster. So you've got 2 queues. You've got the any row queue, or you've got the front row queue. And obviously, for our first time, we've got to go for the front row. It's worth noting that even though you have to be 1.2 meters to ride, if you're under 1.32 meters to ride, you have to be accompanied by an adult. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you are coming here to Drayton Manor to ride this coaster. So here's a little look at the back of the trains. It looks very, very strange seeing the trains like this being sit down, because it looks a lot smaller, because obviously being stand up, it used to be a lot taller. So it does look very, very weird. However, I do like them. And off it goes. So the time has finally come. Let's head on and ride the wave for the very first time. And I'll let you know my thoughts when I come off. So I've just come off my first ride on the wave, and what can I say? That is so much better, so much more comfortable than Shockwave. With Shockwave, even though it was the UK's only stand-up coaster and a very unique experience, it was a little bit uncomfortable, it was a little bit rattly, and overall, like, it wasn't the best ride experience in my opinion. But with this one, being sit down, you've got lap bar restraints, it is so much more comfortable, which makes it a much more enjoyable ride experience. I absolutely loved it. So the lap bar restraints, they are quite tight. The way that they're designed, that the ride-ups, they have to put them down for you, and they do push them in quite tight, so just bear that in mind if you are coming on here. However, they are still very comfortable, and they are definitely more comfortable than what the Shockwave restraints were like. Obviously, they were over the shoulder, and I didn't find them very comfortable at all. So yeah, this is a very big improvement. And in terms of the ride experience itself, it is so good. I mean, you go through those inversions so smoothly. The whole coaster is just enjoyable from start to finish. You get some great airtime elements on there as well. It is fantastic. The head chopper, absolutely loved that. Obviously, it may not be the longest ride, it may not be the most intense ride, but for a family coaster, it is fantastic, and I would highly recommend coming down here to Drayton Manor and checking it out. And what makes it even better, now you can bring your kids on it too, with the height requirement now being 1.2 meters. Especially if you are young and you're wanting to get into riding big roller coasters, this is definitely a good start to getting into those big roller coasters. You've got 4 inversions on there, you've got lap bar restraints. Honestly, kids are going to love the wave. Unfortunately, we were only able to get 1 ride on there as they closed the ride as we got off. However, we did get a front row ride on there, which was fantastic. You get some great views on there as you're going around. When I come back to Drayton Manor, I'll ride it a few more times, try out the different rows just to see how it compares to the front row. As with all roller coasters, I can imagine the ride experience will be a little bit different depending on where you do sit on that train. But what I can tell you now is the front row is great, and I would highly recommend trying to get on that front row for your first ride. So there we have it for the preview night of the Wave here at Drayton Manor. As I said earlier, this coaster opens when this video goes out, so make sure to get down here and ride it because honestly it is fantastic. It's updates like the Wave that are making Drayton Manor one of my favourite theme parks here in the UK, and there's plenty more to come with this park. We've got a brand new family coaster opening later on this year. We've got a brand new area which just opened. Honestly, this park is getting better and better, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds. But that is it for this video. If you did enjoy watching, then please hit that like button to let me know. And if you are new around here, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park and adventure videos here which you don't want to miss. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.